experienced a setback that nearly took you out of the game of life? I mean, no kidding. A setback that had all of the earmarks of taking everything that you had away from you. Hi, my name is Jennifer Kaufman, and 16 years ago, I had just that setback. As a hotshot 25-year-old, my life rocked with success. I had just earned a promotion to assistant vice president working for an investment management firm. My career was soaring. My grades in part-time grad school had me near the top of my class, and I enjoyed spending time with my family and friends doing fun things. I bought all the nice clothes, the fancy shoes, and paid for dinner and drinks like anyone on the rise would. Then, on a long ski weekend with my family, the smallest of slips altered my life. My sister and I had a great day on the slopes, and we later met up with our family to go for dinner, ice skating, and later to go see a band. You see, I never made it to see the band. We were having such a good time ice skating. I was with my cousin, and we were laughing out loud, and next thing you know, everything went dark. And it wasn't until the next morning that I woke up in the hospital room, not knowing where I was or what had happened. I later learned that I suffered a near-fatal head injury. I fell on the ice head first, and I had what they call the closed head injury. And basically what that means is I had massive swelling on the brain that caused stroke-like symptoms. In fact, my spinal cord was swollen to the point where the pain was indescribable and constant. My life altered that day. I was at the top of my game, and now all of a sudden, I'm at the bottom. To me, what occurred like the bottomless pit. You see, that sent me into its tailspin. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was afraid. I didn't know if I'd ever be the person that I once was, or if I could ever do the things that I used to love to do. You see, this head injury prevented me from doing all the basic things in life. I couldn't walk on my own. I couldn't eat on my own. I couldn't bathe on my own. I needed someone to help me do everything. And it made me feel sorry for myself and had pity on myself and sent me into a deep depression to the point where I just wanted to give up. But lucky for me, I had a strong support system. I had a family that cared about me and loved me and were determined to help me get through this. Especially my mom. My mom was my rock. She made sure every step of the way that I had the best care I could have, and that she encouraged me day in and day out just to take one small step forward. And then each day, things would get better and better. She believed in me before I believed in myself. I didn't think it was possible to overcome what I overcame. But eventually, I got myself there. I spent months in silence. And during that time, I was able to reflect. I was able to reflect on my life. And I was able to see that there was actually warning signs leading up to the head injury. See, I was on the fast track. I was chasing the next best thing. And I was just constantly focused on money and material possessions, and that's all that mattered. When you're stuck in bed and not much you can do, it forces you to think. It forces you to reflect. At least it did for me. It ended up turning into be a blessing in disguise. During those weeks and months, I got to reflect on my life. And I got to realize that I wasn't doing what I love to do. I was chasing after things, thinking it would bring me happiness and joy. But once I attained it, I was like, that's it. I want the next thing. And I realized I was chasing emptiness, and that my life really had no meaning. In fact, when I was really honest with myself, I was miserable. And yet I had all the fortune and fame of a great corporate career. And then I realized I had two choices. I could can stay in this place of being a victim of my circumstances and not being able to get out of my own way, and who knows what my life would be today. Or the other choice was I could make something of myself. I could make changes to get to where I am today. Fortunately, I chose the latter path. I chose to try a different approach. I chose to get my life on track and to put meaning and purpose in my life. Today, my life is filled with meaning and purpose, and it's what inspires me. In fact, several years ago, I quit my job. I refer to a job as just over broke. Even though I wasn't broke in the sense of money, I was bankrupt in the happiness department. I was miserable. And so I decided I would take the risk and quit my job and start something completely new. And today, I'm thrilled to say I'm doing what I love to do. I'm a business coach, also known as a results coach, and what I do is I help my clients produce breakthrough results. And you see, as part of that process, I myself keep producing breakthrough results. It's what inspires me. It's what pushes me outside my comfort zone. It's what lights me up. And what I realize, it's really what gives my life meaning and purpose. I used to live in the someday. Someday I'll do that. Someday I'll go there. After my head injury, I looked at every day as this could be my last day, and I want to make it count. I want to live my life to the fullest. And today, I do. I'm 41 years old now. I've traveled most of the world. I've done mission work in Africa. I sponsor 2 little boys, one in India, one in Thailand, so that they can go to school and someday have a future that they love. I'm able to travel and do the things that I love to do and make a difference in the world. And that lights me up. And don't misunderstand, of course, I'm no different than you. I have fears, I have doubts. I often get caught up in the how am I going to make that happen? But you know what? I don't let those things stop me anymore. I don't let the fear stop me anymore. Instead, what I've learned is the more I push through that fear, the more alive I become. And the more alive I become, the more people want to be around me. The truth is I'm more enjoyable and fun to be around. And it's contagious too. So the question I have for you is, do you have somedayitis? What's stopping you from pursuing your dreams and your goals? Is it fear? Is it fear of looking bad? Is it afraid of losing it all? Whatever you do, I hope this message inspires you to take action to pursue something that matters most to you. And if this video inspired you, please share it with others so that they too can start on the path of living a life that they love. Thank you.